Tiana's Bayou Adventure recently opened at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. This is the reimagined version of Splash Mountain, featuring the characters and music from The Princess and the Frog. But if you want to ride it, you can't just hop in line like with any other ride. In this video, I will explain the two ways, as of this recording, how to ride this attraction. Right now, Tiana's Bayou Adventure does not have a traditional standby wait. Like many of Disney's recent additions, it is operating with a virtual queue. This is a form of crowd control to prevent the latest and greatest rides from having multi-hour waits. But it does turn the attraction into a game of fastest finger. I'm not a fan of this system, even though I have always gotten a boarding group whenever I've tried it. It restricts how many times you can experience the attraction, as you can only use the virtual queue once per day, and guests can potentially be locked out from riding it if they don't know about the virtual queue in advance, have technological issues, or lose track of time. This system will likely be discontinued sometime in the future. I'm hoping the virtual queue leaves sooner rather than later, considering this is a reskinned attraction, but that's not a guarantee. Rides like Rise of the Resistance and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind have had the virtual queue for years. Disney has already confirmed that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party will have a traditional standby queue for Tiana, but until that happens, here are the current rules for the virtual queue. I also need to give the caveat that Disney has changed the virtual queue rules before, and they may do so in the future. Right now, there are 2 times per day when the boarding groups are released, 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. You use the My Disney Experience app to secure your spot in the virtual queue. To be eligible for the 7 a.m. drop, you must have a valid ticket to the Magic Kingdom. This is before the park opens, so it can be done from anywhere. It can be done at your hotel room, or even in another state. The 1 p.m. drop requires you to be physically inside Magic Kingdom, scanned into the park specifically. You cannot use a geolocation hacking app. This is why you'll see a bunch of people staring at their phones like zombies around this time. If you try to use the 1 p.m. boarding group, try to be cognizant where you'll be. You don't want to be stuck on a ride or in a queue line with no cell service. When you enter the My Disney Experience app, there's a section called Virtual Queues. You then can click Join Virtual Queues. Go to the one for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The on-screen visuals may show another ride like Guardians, just due to the availability of footage at this time, but the same steps can be used for Tiana. 1 hour before the release times, you can go in to confirm your party, but realistically, you can do this a few minutes before the virtual queue opens up. You want to make sure that everyone you're visiting the park with is part of this group. Those who are will get a boarding group when the time comes. If it's incorrect, you can use the edit option. I recommend setting an alarm 1 or 2 minutes before the release time. This is your signal to enter the My Disney Experience app. Go to the Tiana virtual queue page, hit Confirm Party again. At the bottom, you will see a button that says Refresh. The instant your alarm sounds and your phone says 7 or 1 o'clock, start spamming the refresh button. It should turn to Join Virtual Queue. Once you click that, the next screen will say Done. The Refresh, Join Virtual Queue, and Done buttons are all in the same location, so I recommend just spamming these without reading what they say. Reading them will waste precious seconds, and seconds matter here. If you're successful, you will get a screen telling you what your boarding group is. If the ride runs out of boarding groups, you will likely get an error message instead. Boarding groups for the 7 a.m. release time have been disappearing in less than 2 seconds. The 1 p.m. drop is a little more forgiving, but times are still depleting in seconds. That is why it's important to find somewhere with good cell service. For example, on our recent trip, we had to pull off on the highway while approaching the park to get a virtual queue from a gas station. Disney Wi-Fi can be a bit spotty if you're staying on property, but I know some people may not have a choice if they're visiting overseas and do not have cell service. Once your time is called, you officially have 1 hour to return. If you return during this time, your Magic Band or park ticket will scan green at the ride's entrance. I do not know how much leeway cast members are giving if you're late. With Guardians, they'll let you return anytime after your boarding group is called. With Tron, I believe they've been giving 1 hour of leeway, but that's not guaranteed. So if you try for a 7 AM boarding group and you get an early return time, make sure you give yourself ample time to get to the Magic Kingdom, because you not only have to park, but you also have to take the monorail or ferry, pass through the turnstiles, and get to the ride. With some other rides utilizing a virtual queue, I have had to wait upwards of an hour. From what I've seen with Tiana, the number of people returning at a given time is much less. I never saw Tiana with more than a 5 to 10 minute wait, even midday. Now it's possible that boarding groups were smaller or less plentiful for the ride's opening, but this has not been seen in the other Disney virtual queues in my experience. One other wrinkle with a virtual queue: Magic Kingdom currently has 2 rides utilizing this system, Tiana and Tron Light Cycle Run. You can only hold one virtual queue at a time. You can get a virtual queue for the other ride after you use your first virtual queue, or you leave your virtual queue for the other ride. But this is contingent upon availability. From what I've seen, most guests are prioritizing Tiana over Tron, so if you fail to get into Tiana, immediately try to get a Tron boarding group as a consolation prize. If you don't dilly-dally, this should not be a problem. To ride both with the virtual queue in one day, you need to get an early return time for the first ride, so it may make sense to go for Tron first, because you have a greater chance of getting that early return time right after the park opens. Otherwise, you may have a scenario where your Tiana boarding group is after the 1 PM release time. The other way to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure at this time is with a Lightning Lane. This is on the park's paid Genie Plus Skip the Line service. This service typically costs $25 to $35 per day, and it changes by day and demand. I am surprised that Tiana is not an individual Lightning Lane attraction like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or the aforementioned Tron, given its newness and popularity. You can grab 1 Lightning Lane per day for each eligible attraction in the app. At this time, Tiana is the most coveted one by far. With the current system, Lightning Lanes can be booked on the day of your visit starting at 7 AM. Tiana has been disappearing within minutes. If you don't get one, you can keep refreshing throughout the day, and you may get lucky if someone else gives theirs up. Now, starting on July 24th, Genie Plus is being replaced with Lightning Lane Multi-Pass at Walt Disney World. Guests can now book up to 3 Lightning Lanes in advance of their visit, much like the old Fast Pass Plus system. If you're staying on site, you can make your reservations up to 7 days in advance. All other guests can make their reservations 3 days in advance. I suspect Tiana Lightning Lanes will only be available for hotel guests in the near future, unless you get really lucky. So at the moment, you can ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure at most twice per day, once with a virtual queue, and once with a Lightning Lane. Hopefully this helps you get on this updated attraction, because I still think it's the best attraction at Magic Kingdom. It is a wonderful flume on its own, but it's plussed by fantastic music and animatronics. The final thing I want to know is that Tiana's Bayou Adventure was extremely unreliable during pass holder previews. While the ride layout did not change from Splash Mountain, I've heard the programming was updated. In the short term, this initially resulted in hours of downtime daily. I heard multiple stories about fire alarms going off. The ride thankfully has had much less downtime since officially opening, but it is still worth keeping an eye on. So that is how you ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure as of early July 2024. May the odds ever be in your favor getting a chance to experience it. If you enjoyed this informational video, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.